what's going on? It's Kenny from Sketch Individuals. Sorry for my voice, it's a little strained. I'm recovering from a cold. First ever review video, review/recap, whatever you want to call it. I've actually done this before on my old channel. Really before we started Sketch Individuals, I had like a recap channel. I did reviews on movies, video games, TV shows, sports. But I figured I'd do one on the biggest TV show that's talked about right now, which is The Walking Dead. I've been watching Walking Dead since season 1, episode 1, and when season 6 came on, I'm like, okay, there's been a lot of talk about Negan showing up, so I'm like, if this is going to happen, I'm going to have to do a review on the season finale. And since I found out that he was going to show up on the season finale, I'm like, alright, I'm going to do this. For those of you who have not seen the season finale or the episode before, I want you to just stop watching this because this is going to be spoilers. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, for you guys. But if you do want to stay, then I guess welcome, but like I said, if you haven't seen the episode, I don't want you to watch it, so I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I'm just going to give you guys my opinion on the ending of the episode and just my thoughts for season 7. So here we go. I've read the comics, and in my opinion, I really love the storyline from the comic books from The Walking Dead. When I found out they did a show, I'm like, great, this is going to be interesting. I wonder how much they're going to take from the comics into the show. The Last Day on Earth, season 6, episode 16, the season finale of The Walking Dead. The most anticipated season finale probably in the entire series. Because of Negan showing up, everyone's so hyped because, you know, they've been waiting for his arrival since they've watched The Walking Dead from the comic book series, and the way he came in was probably the best intro in the comic book, and the way he did the entire scene was just picture perfect. Everyone was so excited when they found out he was showing up because in the comic he was very beloved. He was so charismatic, charming. He's a dick, but everyone loves him for it. Arguably, in my opinion, he is the biggest villain in the comic book series, so everyone was so hyped when they found out. Now, when they finally brought Negan into the show, I was very hyped. I was like, okay, I'm feeling it right now. My adrenaline's pumping. Like, I was actually, I'm not gonna lie, through the scene, I was very nervous. I was like, my adrenaline was pumping, and like my heart was beating really fast. I was getting a little nauseous, but I was like so anticipating this whole entire scene. I'm so happy when he said to Rick, "Hi, I'm Negan, I appreciate you killing my men." I loved it when he came out and he's like, "We pissing our pants yet? Oh boy, I have a feeling we are getting close. It's going to be PP Pants City here real soon. Which one of you pricks is the leader?" And I was so happy because that's exactly what he said in the comics. Now, in my opinion, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who played Negan, and for those of you who don't know him, he was also in Supernatural. Like, at first, I don't know, because I've seen him on Supernatural, I didn't think he was going to do this pretty well, but when I saw this, holy shit. Great job playing Negan. He had all the tools to be Negan. He had the personality, the psychotic, you know, attitude. Like, he was funny, charismatic, very evil, but he was so funny and comforting. It was like, he was perfect. And when he played Negan, it was just, the way he did it was just spot on. I loved it personally. He came in threatening everyone, saying that one of them was going to have to die because the price has to be paid for Rick doing all this to his fucking group. And when I realized Rick has no idea who the fuck he's messing with because it's Negan, his group. I didn't realize how many saviors there were, and when Negan came out, from the scene I can see how petrified Rick was. And Andrew Lincoln did say in the interview he actually got very nauseous. He almost threw up because of the whole script, the ending scene. But what got me was how he was going to kill Megan, and Glenn's like screaming, he jumps up, yelling, no, screaming, he doesn't want Maggie to die. That's when I'm like, okay, maybe Glenn. Now, like I said, this is spoilers for those of you who have not seen this, especially comics, but in the scene from the comic book, Negan has a bat named Lucille with barbed wire wrapped around his infamous weapon of choice, and in the comic book, he actually bashes Glenn's head in. Glenn's face in that scene looked like mashed potatoes with an eyeball on top of it, like a cherry on top. Yeah, it's the eyeball. The ending, because Negan does not know who he wants to kill. He's like, I can't fucking decide. Then he's like, I got an idea, which he did this in the comic book before. He started waving the bat around to each one of them, saying, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are," and he would go around, and then he picked the last ones, and it. Now, in the comic books, like I said, he killed Glenn when he picked Glenn. The ending part in the show, he points the bat to him and says, "It." Now, it's not shown who it is. It's the camera just looking at Negan, so it could be, it's the point of view of the person that he's killing. Then he says, anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out and feed it to his father, and then we'll start. He said, you can breathe, you can blink, you can cry, hell, they'll all be doing that. Then he picks up Lucille and smashes his head in. He goes down like this from the point of view, then he comes up and blood is going all over the place. And he says, "Oh, would you look at that? Take it in like a champ." Saying it just like he did in the comics, and then he starts bashing him even more and more. The second time he hits him, that's when his face is black, and then he starts beating him more and more. You can hear the screams. You can hear like the bag just smashing against his head. You can hear like the smushing sound, and it's over. My opinion, my review on it, I'm honestly not happy. I'm actually not happy with this ending scene. I like the whole ending scene, like just the ending part in general. The scene alone was great, honestly, because like I said, Negan's intro was perfect, the way they played him was perfect, the whole like build up for that scene was great, but the ending I was not happy with because of the fact that one, they didn't show who fucking died. Two, they could be anybody. Three, they had to leave it with a fucking cliffhanger. We have to wait till season 7 to find out who he killed. And I've seen this. A lot of people, including myself, are not happy with this cliffhanger ending because they had all this hype throughout the entire season for Negan, including last week's episode and up to now. The whole hype, including into the episode, the beginning of the episode and to the end of the episode, the hype was just so real, and then they just bring it all up for nothing because now you're like, okay, I watched all this just to find out the next season who died. And to think, reading the comics, you would think to show who fucking died, because in the comics, obviously Glenn died, and they made it so gruesome, like, you know, and they haven't hold back on gore before. They really have not hold back on the gore and the blood and all that from the show, so why not just show it? You know, get everyone actually hyped on who actually died, but now we have to play this fucking guessing game throughout the entire, you know, thing until the season 7 comes up on who died. As a fan from The Walking Dead, that we had to see this whole hyped up episode, and not to mention in the beginning of the episode, it was just like a cat and mouse chase with the RV, and then you keep seeing some of Negan's people just all around. It's just a cat and mouse chase throughout the entire episode. Granted, I did like the scene with Morgan and Carol. That was a great scene in my opinion because it showed Morgan finally killing someone that was about to kill Carol. Morgan's whole, you know, point of view of life, he didn't want to kill people. It's that there's other options besides killing. But that time, Morgan just said, fuck it. He shoots him and kills the guy that was going to kill Glenn. Sorry, I got Glenn on my mind. That was trying to kill Carol. That alone was a good scene, and it was pretty fun seeing the guy who played Trevor from GTA 5 in the episode too, in the beginning, and also during the middle of the episode. But the ending I really want to talk about in this review, the cliffhanger should not have happened. They should have showed who died, and then that could have been it. Now, where Negan came in and all that, that was great. The whole part right there was perfect. The dialogue and how he talked, everything was just perfect with Negan. But with the ending where they had to leave with a cliffhanger and not show you who fucking died, I did not like. The writers is killing us. They're giving us a big slap in the face for this cliffhanger. Now we gotta wait again to see what happens. That's my opinion. The whole storyline with Carol and Morgan was good. The RV cat and mouse chase to me was a little too much. It was too much hype for no reason. But the ending scene when Negan came in was great, but the ending of the cliffhanger was not good. I personally didn't like it. I honestly got pissed. I wanted to smash my TV. But what can you do? You can't write the show, even though that'd be great if we could. But now we have to wait to season 7. I think personally, The Walking Dead, the writers, I think they actually lost a lot of viewers from this cliffhanger. I mean, I'm not going to stop watching. I do want to see what happens, because season 7 they might cover more with Negan from the comic books. That's it for my review/recap on the season 6 finale of Walking Dead. It's been a while since I did a review video, so don't mind me if it was a little rusty. Sure, thumbs up the video. Comment your opinion on the episode and what do you think happened. Who do you think actually died in the episode? My personal opinion, it might be Glenn, Abraham, Rick, or Carl actually. But give me your opinions in the comments on who died. What do you think of the episode, honestly? And subscribe, and yeah, that's it. See you guys next week. Have a great night, guys.